Much being made of Mac Jones being caught on camera by the Amazon Prime Video crew cursing up a storm in frustration. And a lot of folks on the Twitter machine thought he was saying that they should be passing more because the effing running game sucks. I saw it the way you saw it, Chris. He said quick game, not running game, quick game, because clearly the running game is what.
Yeah.
I mean, the one guy who is as consistently tough,
bruising
and difficult
he's awesome
to deal with, the one guy you're circling right now on the New England offense is Ramondre Stevenson.
Yeah,
I mean, he is a business decision in cleats, and New England's been riding him. Now, there is Marcus Jones, too, who scored the last 2 home touchdowns for the New England Patriots, the walk-off punt return against the Jets, and then the first touchdown of the night last night, where he grabs, in the quick game, I might add, in a really smart audible from Mac Jones, I might add, checks out of a run play, flips it out to Marcus Jones, and off he goes for a touchdown. And by the way, I looked it up because he's a defensive back.
That was his first
special teams guy
of the year.
He's not available in fantasy leagues.
Right.
You can't. I don't know if the fantasy leagues are going to make him available now because he's. And Bill is doing what Bill does, which is like, okay, everybody needs to be a Swiss Army knife around here. More you can do your job. And you stuck him out there on offense, touchdown, and just when you thought, man, you're doing higher register, hey, maybe this could be a game, and it wasn't. But at any rate, Mac Jones talking about how the quick game effing sucks and you need to pass more. What he means is throw it down the field.
Downfield.
Okay? Throw it down the field.
Yeah.
And a perfect example of the quick game not working, and certainly the way Buffalo was playing, and you got to take your shots. And this team was down 24-7. It took them 17 plays in 5 minutes and 45 seconds, to go 60 yards, averaging just a little less than 4 yards per snap to settle for a field goal and hope for the best, needing 2 onside kicks to work, including 1 to set up a quick touch. I mean, you need quick touchdowns. They don't have that ability, it seems. Or, as Mac Jones was being frustrated by from what you're saying, they're not taking it. And at some point, that whole concept of you can't go broke making a profit is wrong when the clock will show you you're going broke right now. All right? You need to start chunk playing. You need to go.
Throw deep, baby.
And they couldn't or wouldn't. So this is Mac Jones after the game talking about what he was upset about and what was going through his lid.
Obviously, just kind of let my emotions get to me, but, we're kind of playing from behind, and what I said was about throwing it deeper in the short game. I got to execute that part better, but it's the short game that we kept going to, which was working, but I felt like we needed chunk plays, and, I shouted that out to kind of get everyone going, and that's emotional, that's football. I'm passionate about this game, and obviously you don't want to get your emotions get the best of you, but I think that's pretty much it. Like, it wasn't directed at anybody, just emotion coming out, and we kind of needed a spark. So,
not directed at anyone, he said. I don't know who he was directing it at, but when you're saying, let's F and pass because the quick game effing sucks, he's definitely talking to his play callers. I mean, let's be honest here. I mean, or his position coach to talk to the coaches or what have you. And this is year 2. And, I don't know what's happening there, but it's not only year 2 for him where he should have the ability to take the reins and say, this is my offense too, Dan Orlovsky of ESPN tweeted out today saying if he was in Mac Jones's camp, he would say if you don't get a real bona fide lead pipe wielding, and I'm paraphrasing now, but an offensive coordinator with a lengthy resume as such, if you don't get one in here next year and don't show me a plan, I'm demanding a trade. That's what Dan Orlovsky said. And it's now week for the Patriots 14. The clock is ticking, and they have a shot here to make the playoffs. They are 6-6. Okay? I don't think the Chargers are going to be running away from them. And they have a tiebreak in their back pocket on the Jets to put on the table and say, sorry, Jets, we're taking your spot, which is obviously what the Patriots would love to do. So they need to figure whatever the hell this is out. And my question I have, and I'm going to ask it of Tom Curran in a moment when he joins us, as Kendrick Bourne, the wide receiver, the Patriots also said last night that on third down, they're basically too damn predictable. Kurt Warner's coming out and saying that the offense is way too vanilla and predictable. And Tom Curran, because we put things together here for when we have our guests come on throughout the season, and just to put all the puzzle pieces together for you before Tom joins us, Tom was saying when Josh McDaniels left, Belichick made the departure of McDaniels an opportunity to simplify the offense because too many skilled players coming in had trouble picking this thing up. If you simplify it, then the skilled players that they can bring in can get up to speed faster. That the McDaniels system that worked so great with Brady was difficult for everyone else to grasp. Kurt Warner's point is Mac can grasp it, and his special ability is to grasp not only in the playbook, in the meeting room, but in real time. And sometimes he even assimilates what's happening on the defense too quickly. He doesn't let things develop because he's smart enough to know. And when you simplify things, you're taking away his special abilities, what Kurt's saying. So if all of this stuff is happening, and we are in week 14, and the Bills are figuring stuff out, and I know the answer could be, well, the Vikings couldn't on Thanksgiving night. But if this is too simple and other defenses can figure this thing out, wouldn't Belichick know that? He's the king of eating this stuff up. If you try to come at him with something so simple, wouldn't he know that? I mean, isn't there the self-scouting going on in that building? Is the decision to go with Matt Patricia as the play caller and Joe Judge as, I guess, the co-offensive coordinator, even though they don't like titles there in New England, as we know, is that eventually going to be the epitaph of the 2022 New England Patriots? Here lies the season. Our stellar rookie quarterback regressed, and we missed the playoffs. Is that going to be it? Because the defense appears to be pretty damn good with Matt Judon leading the way. Although I would counsel New England. Here I go. Going to give some tips to that Patriots coaching staff. I'm going to get a jugs machine with those defensive backs. How many of these interceptions can they drop? Holy crap. It's hitting them right in the hands. They could have had 2 against Zach Wilson a couple weeks ago. They could have really buried him. Thanksgiving night and last night. I thought Allen threw a pick 6 at one point last night. Right off the hands. Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.